All right, let's go ahead and kick it off. What's going on, everyone? I hope you and your businesses are thriving no matter where you may be in the world. My name is Sal Capizzi, Director of Marketing here at Book4Time. And today I am joined by Hannah Verhagen from our technology partners at WebRezPro. Hannah, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sal. We're really excited to be here, and I'm happy to talk about the exciting integration we offer with you.
Yes, this is a very exciting partnership for us here at Book4Time because property management systems are the backbone as far as technology goes in hotels and resorts. And Hannah, today you will be taking our guests through all of the informational ins and outs of the benefits of having a PMS system, WebRezPro's unique position in the PMS space, and the benefits of having a WebRezPro and Book4Time integration, and how it can really optimize your spa operations and guest experience. Some general housekeeping rules. We are both going to be presenting today, and we will absolutely leave time for some Q&A at the end of this webinar. But if something pops in your head while we're speaking that you feel that you may forget towards the end, please feel free to throw it in the chat and we will absolutely get to it towards the end. With that being said, I'm going to hand it over to Hannah.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Sal. So as Sal mentioned, I'm from WebRezPro. I have been with the company as a sales executive for over almost 5 years now. So I really do love talking to new clients as well as our current clients about, how we can make WebRezPro really work for them and improve their business operations. So what I'll start off with is just first kind of giving you a rundown about, what about our company, about WebRezPro, just an overview about what kind of features we offer that would be useful to you. And then after that, I'll talk about, our many integration partners that we work with, and then focusing in, of course, on the Book4Time integration. Now, this integration is our very first integration with a spa platform. And so we're really excited to provide our clients and future clients the option of actually charging spa treatments from their spa to a guest's room. So just to start off then, our company has been around for quite a while. We first launched WebRezPro, our cloud-based PMS solution, in 2003. So back when nobody knew what the cloud was, we actually had one of the first cloud-based PMS solutions. And over many years, it has grown into what it is today. It's widely used as one of the major PMS platforms out there. And we do service over about 2,000 clients worldwide. So I've just pulled up a little snapshot of our client map here. You can find this on our website to get a sense of, the extent of our client base. So as you can see, we've zoomed in to the US on this particular image, and just to show you tons of clients that we work with and all different properties types and sizes as well. Some of our key clients would be, hotels, motels, boutique hotels, inns, luxury resorts. So we have that would be, I'd say, a good majority of our client base. So why would you use WebRezPro? As Sal had mentioned, a PMS solution is the backbone of your business, right? So you can think of WebRezPro really as the hub. So it's the hub of your business. So this is where you're going to be able to, manage everything from your front end and front office to your accounting, reporting, and connect up to all those other platforms that you're using. So really, it helps you to, improve efficiency, make your guests' experience seamless, whether they're at the spa and they are, booking that spa treatment, but they don't want to pay with their card and, right there. They just want to send it to their room. So we provide the integrations to make that super seamless for them. In addition, of course, you can gain insight and knowledge about your business, so you can make better business decisions in the future. You can look at your reporting. You can look at all of your numbers and be more strategic about rate planning and things like that. So here you can see just a little breakdown of some of our key features that come with the system. The nice thing with WebRezPro is we aren't going to charge you, separate fees for all of the features that we offer. So whether you are a small business or a large business, you get the full WebRezPro solution. The nice thing is if you are a little smaller property, you still get the big hotel features. So that's quite helpful. And just to point out a couple on the list here, self check-in features, an online booking engine, housekeeping, maintenance, and then, like I said, the full back-end accounting system is built into the product. So I'm just going to highlight a couple of those features for us today. And then at the end of the presentation, after the Q&A period, I will be available and doing just a live demo just to highlight some of these in more detail and show you them live. So what comes with the system, of course, is that we provide a no-fee booking engine. So that means that you can take direct reservations from your own website, and you're not going to be seeing any commission or anything like that coming off at the top. Our booking engine has been completely mobile optimized. So as you know, more and more guests are booking on smartphones. So this makes their experience very easy. On that note, I should mention too, our full property management system is mobile optimized. So for you as the innkeepers or the clients using WebRezPro, you can also use it on your phone. And we actually have a brand new booking engine that is going to be launched in the new year. So I just like to mention that. So we are always adding new features and improving our offerings as we have to do that so we can stay on top of the industry.
Hannah, just one thing. I think that's one of the huge benefits of, SaaS companies and our software specifically. Any updates that need to be made are essentially done right over the cloud. There's no, technician that has to come out and replace things on the server. There's never a cost associated with that. So, as these software systems and products keep on developing and enhancing in the future, it's all over the air. It's all done in the cloud. You normally get a notification about what updates are coming, bug fixes, enhancements, things like that. So, there's huge benefits to cloud-based systems from both parties here.
Exactly. No, that's such a great point. And just to add on to that, and I assume Book4Time too, we take our direction from our clients. So, we have clients that come to us and say, hey, it would be better if we could do it this way. Or, there's this brand new integration with Book4Time that we want to have so we can actually go and implement those things for clients. And it makes our product better for everybody, right? So, yeah. So another couple, just a few features here just to highlight. People like to obviously use their calendar is the hub of their WebRezPro system, where they can see all their rooms, what's booked out and all that. We do have an interactive drag and drop calendar. Usually when I'm showing demos to clients, they like to see that so they can actually move bookings and extend the stay and whatnot as they like from there. Another feature often I get asked about when I show a demo is the housekeeping reporting. This works really well on a smartphone. You can give access to or tablet as well. You can give access to your housekeepers so that they actually log in. They can see what rooms you've assigned them, and they can even check off tasks that they've completed. Now, just to give you, a general view of, how does the WebRezPro pricing model work? Because we're all-in-one cloud-based product, we're able to offer you a subscription service for your system. So as Sal mentioned, if you're having to deal with servers, that comes with all of its own headaches. With us, it's just the cloud, right? It's through your internet access and a browser. And so we just charge you by the room count and what integrations you require. So again, that can scale from, for small properties and large properties, it becomes an affordable solution no matter what size you are. Something that's really important to us, in addition to, our system and making sure that it's, as flexible and user friendly as possible, is our customer support. So I would recommend, of course, read reviews about us, talk to clients that use WebRezPro. But again and again, what you will find is that our customer support is always praised. Our tech team, so our development team and our product support team, they are the biggest department in our company, and we continue to make sure that those departments are really are well resourced, because we know how important that support is for our clients. And you can always get on the phone and just call in if you need help, or of course, submit a ticket right from your system, and then you'll get assistance that way. And I'll just read out a quick little quote from one of our boutique hotels in the US. So they said at the bottom here, WebRezPro's absolutely can-do attitude and remarkably helpful team are their biggest differential advantages over other company products and teams. So I just like to share that, just so you know, we do have your back, and we're dedicated to providing that service. Now, in terms of our product, because we're cloud-based and we are dedicated to providing the latest integration partners and the latest features, we do provide a future-proof solution. So again, just to reiterate, as Sal mentioned, we are able to, release new features and all that without needing to come and, knock on your door and upgrade things. And so you will see that in the features that you'll see in the product and in the integration partnerships that we have. And so we have tons of partners that we work with. This is just a little snapshot here. And this list is ever changing. It's always growing at the request of our client needs. And so with Book4Time, this was an integration that we've actually been wanting a spa integration for years. And finally, we partnered up with Book4Time, which was able to provide that because we needed somebody that could work with our cloud-based platform. And since they are also a cloud-based software, it was a natural fit for that. And we do have, all types of partnerships, just so you're aware as well. Let's say your hotel has, your lock system that can be integrated with WebRezPro. Maybe you have a restaurant on site. Maybe you have, of course, probably use some OTA channels. We can provide direct bookings or direct integrations with, providers like Booking.com, Expedia, Google Hotel Search, the big name partners.
And Hannah, that's another great call out that you just mentioned. I see a lot of shared technology partners just from both of our ends. And I think one of the huge benefits of cloud-based software is those partnerships and those integrations are ever evolving based on the need of the end user. So, I mean, just to call it out here, we also have an integration with Intelity, but what Book4Time does with Intelity, they provide their own devices, in-room devices, so that guest experience is really smooth. But what you do with Intelity and what Book4Time does with Intelity is two completely different things, but the end goal is that really smooth guest experience. So, ordering from F&B may be something that, WebRezPro takes care of versus booking a spa or leisure activity appointment right from the in-room tablet with Intelity. But at the end of the day, that's a shared integration partner. So the guest experience from A to Z goes really smoothly.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for pointing that out. That's great. Yeah. So yeah. And they just, as you said, we continue to take feedback from our clients. What do you guys need? And as you obviously know, the industry changes quickly and technology is changing very quickly. So we have to, be able to keep up for sure. So yeah, with that, I thought we should move into the Book4Time integration and talk about, how does that work? Why would it be beneficial? So let's jump over to this screen. So you can think of the integration between WebRezPro and Book4Time working similar to how a restaurant point of sale integration works. So if you have a restaurant on site and you're to being able to send restaurant charges to a guest's room, that's similar to how the spa integration works. So you're able to have your guests, book their spa appointments through Book4Time, or they're at the spa and they don't want to pay in person, or they just want to send it to their room. So then, because we have the integration built with Book4Time, if you're using WebRezPro and Book4Time, you can just send that spa charge right to the room invoice. So this little graphic just gives you a quick little kind of example of how that works. I won't get into too much detail, but essentially your customer on the left is at number 1 here. They are at the spa. Book4Time would send a request to WebRezPro. It was making sure that this guest is actually, who they say they are. Their room is available to take charges, and that there's a credit authorization limit on that room that allows, for a charge to be sent to it. WebRezPro on the back end is going to give a response back to Book4Time software, and they're going to either deny or approve the charge based on, of course, the settings you have in WebRezPro and what you are allowing guests, like amounts that you allow them to send to their room. And then from there, if it's approved, the charge is going to be sent from from Book4Time right to WebRezPro. It'll show up on the screen in WebRezPro. So is that clear? Sal, is there anything you'd want to add to that?
No, that's pretty clear, very straightforward. And yeah, as you were saying, guests aren't usually bringing a ton of stuff down to the spa with them when they're enjoying a spa day. So just posting, those spa service appointment charges or leisure activity charges, whatever you may be managing in Book4Time, right to a guest room or guest folio is, the super convenient way. Especially, I know a lot of, boutique hotels, 5-star resorts, they actually have somebody come get them right from their guest room and bring them down to the spa. So, when somebody is coming to walk you down to the spa, you're not exactly bringing, a ton of everything with you to have. So, just guaranteeing and posting right to your room is a super convenient feature of both systems.
Exactly. Totally. Yeah. And then just on that note, Sal, if I was wondering if you would want to just kind of show the group, how does it look on Book4Time software? So from the user on your end.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's just say this person, Miss Nadia, has 3 spa appointments. She treated herself to a spa day, and she's going to go ahead and check those out. So right here, you're actually seeing what you would see in the point of sale system right in Book4Time as it's acting as such. So you would see that this guest wants to make a room charge. Now, all the way to the far right, you will see all of the tender types that Book4Time can take as a point of sale system: cash, credit card, this, that, the third, rewards points, so many things. But for this case in point, a room charge is going to suffice. And let's say, Miss Nadia is standing right in front of us and her room is 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to be able to post that charge right to Nadia's room. And then that will show up on her guest folio from the hotel itself when she's checking out. And, of course, when these folios are sent, anything that, the guests may be like, oh, I didn't get a spa appointment, they will be able to see the charges individualized on that folio. And maybe, their spa experience was just so amazing and they've been there for a week and a half. They forgot that they got a massage on their first night. And then they're like, oh yeah, I did get that. So yeah, that's essentially how it would look in the point of sale. Just some other things: guaranteeing a spa appointment by the room is huge. You really minimize your risk of no-shows and cancellations based on your property's policy. Some people, aren't comfortable, as Hannah mentioned earlier, with leaving their credit card information. But as we know in the spa world, that is a best practice to avoid no-shows and cancellations at the last minute. So I would say 9.9 times out of 10, when somebody has reserved a room at your resort, you have a credit card. So with that reservation being guaranteed by a room, you have all the same powers at will as you would with them leaving their credit card numbers at your spa to guarantee the appointment. Looking up reservations, as Hannah mentioned earlier, and then downloading the guest details to the spa point of sale. Maybe there are certain things, customer notes, that need to be relayed over. You could do all of that with this integration.
Thanks. Yeah, that's awesome, Sal. And then just adding on to that side, you'd mentioned how it would show up on the room charge, so on the PMS side. So that's what you're just seeing here. So just as Sal mentioned, you can see there where the big arrow is. There would be, a sample Swedish massage charge. This is like the hotel user side that you are seeing here, but this is where the invoice is populated from WebRezPro. So it would populate with all these specific charges. So yeah, that's the main point, in terms of the Book4Time integration, how it works from our side. Now, what I'd probably like to do is just move, Sal, if you're good with that, is move into the Q&A, unless there's anything else you want to add.
No, I think I am good. Let me pull this window up here. All right, we do have a question. What are the plans to allow front desk agents to see and or book appointments through WebRezPro and vice versa for the spa to be able to tie in an appointment back to WebRez? I can go ahead and take the first part of this question here. So when a guest does book a spa appointment through Book4Time, that's transferred over to the guest folio. So they will be able to see that spa appointment. They'll be able to see that spa appointment on their folio or balance as they check out, or if just a general inquiry comes through. As far as booking a spa appointment through WebRezPro, I know that's in the future plans. I'm just not sure that can be done right now. Am I correct there, Hannah?
Two kind of layers to that. So one, I would say, is in terms of booking an actual specific spa time and having that populate, correct, that would be down the road, with development of the integration further between our development teams. But we do have a nice way of doing it where I'll show you this when I get the demo up here, but on the booking engine side, you can ask different questions to your guest when they're booking. So you could definitely ask them, would you like to book a spa appointment? You can even have it like, do you want a manicure? Do you want a pedicure? Whatever it might be. And you can collect that information. And then on the back end, though, your clerk would need to go and actually put the specific appointment in to Book4Time.
Got it.
Yeah, and I'm happy to show that. I'll be showing a booking engine demonstration. So I'm happy to show that example.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Hannah. We do have another question. I'm interested in the self check-in feature. Can you please tell me a little bit more about that?
Yes, I can definitely do that. So I'm actually going to just share my screen again here so that as I talk, you can actually get a visual here to what I'm talking about. So the self check-in feature, what it basically does is it allows you to create a guest agreement that gets sent out to your client staying at the hotel, and they can agree to what most of our clients will use this for is agreeing to a self check-in process. So this is just a complete made up example here of a policy, but you can actually have your guest get this email, they sign off on all the policies, and then when they submit this form, they can sign it, and then they would get another email saying something like, thank you so much for agreeing to self check-in, and you would be able to provide them with instructions on how do they self check-in. Now, how they self check-in, it really depends on the property, of course. So, to make it the smoothest option for self check-in, you're going to have a lock integration, right? So that their lock system is going to, the system's going to know that room is now going to be available to them, and they'd have a code or a Bluetooth lock, depending on how they enter the room. But if you don't have that sort of thing in place, that's okay. You can have another self check-in process on your end and just tell them what it is. Do they need to go to a lockbox to get their key? Do they go to the front desk to pick up the key? Does that answer your question? That cover
Hopefully,
it? Hopefully. Okay.
hopefully it does. Hannah, let me just ask you this. When you first scrolled on this page, is this page customizable for your client? Because
100%.
I saw something that I've never seen before. I happily agree. Yeah, I happily agree to this policy. That's just such an engaging way to, just entice and engage your guests that are coming. Like, oh yeah, I've never seen that before. Usually it's just like very black and white, like
This is,
check
yeah.
check here and everything we say goes. I love that. I'm happy to agree to this policy.
Yeah. So this is all made up, obviously, by our demo team here. But yeah, so everything on this form is customizable. That line, the happy to agree, every policy in there, you name it. Yeah. And you'll find that throughout the system. There's many things that are customizable for your property to make it just whatever you need it to be. Yeah. Keep your branding on point and all that.
Absolutely. I think I see one here for me. Can Book4Time be linked to our website so guests can make online spa bookings, even if they can't make spa add-ons to their hotel reservation? Does this populate to WebRezPro once they've made the appointment? I'm going to go ahead and say that your guests on your online booking site through Book4Time, there is an option to guarantee still through that room number. It just has to match up with their current hotel reservation in the WebRezPro system.
That sounds good.
And then my last one here, we pay for WebRezPro on a monthly basis and all other integrations we use with WebRezPro. Does Book4Time offer a monthly payment? I will reach out to you individually to discuss how Book4Time subscriptions work, and we can definitely take the conversation from there. Generally, we do cater to larger spas, but there are some instances where boutique hotels utilize Book4Time as well.
Awesome. Great. And then just adding to that too, I would want to mention, if anybody wants to get pricing, a quote, or a live demo one-to-one with me or our WebRezPro team, just feel free to just click on the link that my colleague Sarah will post in the chat box, and that will give you a direct link to put your details in to request a live demo and quote.
Perfect. Awesome. I know Hannah has a very special treat, a little live demonstration for everyone. So Hannah, if you want to go ahead and jump into that. I know that Sarah's going to post that requested demo link right there in the chat for anyone who's curious about WebRezPro and their services. And then same thing from Book4Time, and everybody who registered today will obviously be receiving an email from me also. So we'll talk to you very soon, but Hannah's going to go ahead and jump into a live demo now, just of a couple key features in the WebRezPro system.
Yes, definitely. And if there are questions as I go through it, you're welcome to put them in the chat. And if Sal can read them out, that's fine. But what I will do is, before we jump into the demo of WebRezPro, I will start off with the booking engine that I mentioned that we provide to you. The reason I'll start there is just to follow up on that question about, how do you potentially book an appointment with us for spa services? So what you're seeing right here is our current WebRezPro booking engine. It is customizable in terms of your logo, the background color, this feature photo, of course, and as well as, of course, the fields that you require in terms of, if you are showing your check-in, checkout dates and whatnot. We do have a brand new engine I mentioned as well. So just keep that in mind, that there is a new one available that you'll be able to use. So when a guest is on your website, they would then be able to click something like a book now button or a widget like a calendar, and it would then prompt them either to this page or to the search results page. I will mention that if you have group bookings, you can use that promo code section that you would have seen on that last page. Then your guest would see what's available based on their search criteria. And in this demo here, we've created, different units and then a bunch of different rate plans. These rate plans are completely customizable. You can package together services and products with your room costs, and so that you can kind of like present something to the guest that they might like to see. So we just made up a couple spa package examples here. So I'm going to book the choose your own spa package. The guest can just click reserve, and then they'll be able to fill out their booking form. Again, this works really well on a smartphone, so it's going to change to the screen size, and they'll be able to see exactly what they're reserving. And then this section here is what I mentioned, where you can create booking option questions to your guest. So here you can see, what spa service would you like during your stay? You can write something in like this, whatever it is that you want. And then there can be different menus or pop-ups where they can select what type of service they want. So our clients will do many different things with these reservation options. And so there's lots of flexibility in how you're collecting information that can then make it easier for you to get them booked into that particular spa appointment. Then they would be able to see a breakdown of fees, taxes, all of that would be, of course, set up in your property settings. And I should mention as well that you do have an onboarder when you sign up with us that'll walk you through setting up all these different things. Credit card information would be entered, and then, of course, you can have them agree to your policies here. And once they make that reservation, most clients will set up automated emails like a confirmation email, pre and post stay email as well. So that's just a little glimpse of the booking engine process. And everything then would, of course, funnel into your WebRezPro system. And that's what we're seeing here. So when you log in as a user of WebRezPro, you're going to start off by seeing the dashboard. And this dashboard gives you a quick at a glance what's happening at the property. And then I can, if you'd like, go through and show a couple other features like our calendar, for example.
Hannah, before we jump into the calendar, I have a really interesting question here. When you just a couple minutes ago, when you were showing the policy and waiver form, somebody is asking, is there in the self check-in section, is there a section for vehicle information where that section is? Is there a way to add multiple vehicles within a reservation?
Oh, good question. So that's a question I would need to double check with our technical team if you can do multiple vehicles. Yeah.
Awesome.
And if that person is using WebRezPro now, I would say just reach out to tech support and ask them directly. Or if you're a new potential client, then you can talk to one of our team members. Yeah. And I should mention too, any of those fields that you saw can also be turned off. So if your property doesn't collect vehicle info, that can be shut off as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Hannah.
Yeah, no worries. So now I just want to be cognizant of time. Are we okay to show a little bit of few more things here, or what are we looking at?
Yeah, absolutely. We can wrap up in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
We still have only a couple people drop, so everybody's really engaged. Go for it.
Okay, awesome. All right. So so just to kind of give you a layout here of using the system. First off the bat, the left gray toolbar and on the left is where you'll find all the features in the system. So as I said before, we have a full front desk section, we have a back office reporting, all that, and of course a built-in accounting platform. That comes in handy, especially if you're selling things like other services like your spa, bookings, and anything else, so that all your revenue is divided out for you automatically. But just to show you something, the calendar here that you see in front of us, this is a popular one, but we do have other calendars in the system to use. Here you'd see your hotel rooms listed on the left, dates across the top, and then reservations would flow into the grid for you. Reservations would come in here from any of the platforms you're using. So if you are using things like Expedia or Booking.com, as long as you have the integration set up, all those reservations will be coming right into here, in addition to your direct bookings. The calendar here is drag and drop friendly. And so that means you can click on a reservation like Mr. Bob Mason, and we can drag that guest down to 801, for example, if we switched the unit. We can see that right there. So the calendar as well, it is color coded so that you can see what the different colors mean. Something that, guests really, or not guests, but users of WebRezPro really like is the option here that shows if a guest owes money, the booking's red. So it's nice and clear that they have an outstanding balance. Now, in terms of other features, we have just a couple of minutes in the question and answer box. Are there any other features that people would like me to highlight here?
None have popped in as of yet.
Okay.
There's been some really great questions so
Oh,
far.
totally. Yeah. Well, then maybe what I'll do just to wrap up is, in a demo, we can show you, all the other features of the system, and we really can customize the demo to show you what you need. And in addition to that, there is a built-in help menu in our system with a user manual and training videos. So that's something that is important to note. And when you are a WebRezPro customer, then you, of course, can contact our tech support team. And that's all provided to you right in the system. So yeah, so that, I hope that was helpful for everyone. And yeah, definitely encourage you, if you are interested, reach out to us and we'd be happy to chat with you directly.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody so much for attending. Hannah, thank you so much for presenting on behalf of WebRezPro. And everybody have a great rest of your day, afternoon, and evening. Join us for our next partner integration webinar very soon. Be on the lookout for those emails, and I'll talk to you soon. I'm Sal Capizzi. Bye-bye.
Bye, Sal. Thanks so much.